Hello on and hello words. See, I've got the words wrong now.
Hello.
Hello everyone and welcome to Moogle Go Round Radio episode 182. Well, just like I predicted before this show, if you're watching on Twitch, I got the words wrong and they weren't in the sentence. But joining me with hopefully words in the sentence is Paul.
Oh no, I'm not. What's that?
Well, we were back, but
Put there. Thank you. Sorry, my mum came in.
those
Word.
okay.
There were words. Let's say hello to my mum.
Again, not words and sentences. We're not good. Again, not very good at this week.
We do everything one take. One take. We're one take Andes, but for whatever reason, I know someone that doesn't do everything in one take, and are very good at what they do. We have Chili Farmer on today.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Do you want to chat about yourself a little bit before we start?
Hi, I'm Chili. I make lots of short form memes about Final Fantasy XIV and sometimes other games every so often. And I'm also created a new theater company in 14. Now, not out of 14, but inside the game of Final Fantasy XIV. So yeah, that's a little blurb about myself.
I am, to be honest, I am really excited to see the theatre show. Like, I've been to some in the past with, I hate the fact that I keep forgetting the name of the other company that, I know that Scoot was in it as well.
I know their abbreviation is TST,
Stellazio?
right?
What's that, sorry?
Stellazio? There's several theater companies. So
yeah, I
one.
remember Stasia.
Which one did we go to, Chili?
We went to them. We also went to Stage Reborn a couple of times.
That was it, Stage Reborn.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see more. We'll talk more about this in the future, but I am really excited to see more theatre stuff pop up. You were telling me that there are more production companies out there. It's just they don't get as much advertisement.
Yeah, there is like Namafel, but that is a JP server one, and it is extremely popular over there. But it's they do their shows at 8 a.m. my time, so sometimes people just don't know about them, and they're incredible. They're doing extremely high level productions in 14, and then there's like Firebird, which has a lot of people that were involved with other like Stellazio, and I mean has a lot of people that have broken off from those places. So there's a lot of, and then there's Cirque, which is a FC that does a show every month. So there's a lot of really amazing in-game theater happening that has a lot of people involved in it, and it's thriving. And I've kind of have my own side projects of trying to find more of those, and saying, hey, look at this exists, you should go check it out. People are putting a lot of time and effort into it, and it's something that maybe you wouldn't know that exists in the game beyond what you typically would see in your Final Fantasy XIV social content.
That's awesome. As I said, I'm looking forward to it because it's the amount of effort and time that goes into these productions and the love you can see and just the skill involved is incredible. So, but we will continue talking about it in a bit. We do have some Fantasy 14 stuff to talk about because there was some news. Some news that some people are a little bit frustrated about. Well, some news that other people are okay with. Spoilers.
And some that have surprised people as well.
Yeah. We'll start with the Japanese fan fest. So we got the details on the Tokyo streaming details. We found out that all of it will be free streamed like usual, except for the concert. Now, previous EU and NA fan fest, the concert was not available for streaming, but people pointed out that the original digital fan fest did have a paid version which allowed you to watch the concerts, and they are bringing them back.
Woo!
So you'll be able to watch. You could be able to pay, which I think is like $25 to $27. Please check local pricing. It's free. It's four. I'm just gonna say 4,000 yen. I'm just gonna say it's 4,000 yen because I'm lazy and I can't be able to go into.
You can't say 3,500.
Well, no, because it's 3,500 plus 440 because of they're separate. So I'm just going to round it up to 4,000 because of any fees, international fees. It's really fun. Have you ever been to one of the? Have you been to a live fan fest? And are you
I've
excited for the
not.
concert?
I kind of wanted to go this last one in A, but I just wasn't able to do it. But next one, I'm really committing to it and trying to put myself in a place where I can go. So fingers crossed. Next one, I really want to go to a fan fest, at least one.
Well, they're a lot of fun. Trust me. I hope. Well, hopefully next NA fan fest I'll get to meet you, because I went to the 2016 and 2018 NA fan fest. So I didn't go to the recent one. The recent one actually went to EU for once, but I've been to the previous NA ones.
I need one on the East Coast of the US. They're always like every big con normally is in California, which is like all the way across the country for me. So it's much harder to get there, but hopefully maybe one day. But I doubt it. I doubt it'll be.
Well, yeah, because were they planning California for the last fan fest before it went to the digital fan fest because of
I thought it was San Diego.
Oh, San Diego, right? It was San Diego.
Yeah, it was San Diego because we had friends that live in San Diego, and it's like it'd be pretty cool to go see them again whilst going to Fan Fest.
Yeah, She Heals I Tank, right? Near it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were going to smuggle me over to Mexico because I've always wanted to visit Mexico.
That sounds so wrong. Yeah, I'm just gonna I mean, yeah, you do you. I guess. I mean, I'm sure America don't mind taking you to Mexico. It's you trying to get back into the US will probably be worried about. But if I've always wanted to go to Mexico, but that's just because of their food.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to go because my mum, while she was alive, rest in peace, she always wanted to go. So I kind of one day want to go just for her because she never got to go. She wanted to go for the Day of the Dead celebrations. So, but
then
no,
I would advise you go at the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, the Japanese Fan Fest, the tickets, the concert tickets will be sold. Will you be purchasing them?
Now, who was that aimed at?
Oh, I won't be going to Japanese Fan Fest.
No, but you can buy
cool
the digital. You can buy the digital.
Oh, the digital.
Tickets.
I probably won't, but I'll definitely hear about it and ask people about it.
Interesting. Paul, do you think about you're going to get the concert tickets?
If I have the money, I will probably get the tickets because I went this year to my first ever Fan Fest, and I went to the concerts, and they were bloody fantastic. And I would like to see it again from the comfort of my my lovely room instead of. Luckily, I want to see how they do it. I want to see if they've got designated areas. I was happy about my designated area for being disabled. It was quite nice. I like the music.
I'm just happy I'll be able to listen it without having to have it too loud that I can't hear. I'm able to turn it down.
Well, you can tell Chili's had a rough day today. You can tell that.
I'm just saying
his
that
words are everywhere.
No, I'm just saying for the concert because it was too loud at the event. And
obviously you couldn't see it and you left, didn't you? You went outside into the corridor. So he actually went out, not out of the venue, but just out of the designated area for FanFest because FanFest was also next to Musical Con. They had and all that. That's why we was really cool. Oh, people in really cool costumes and stuff. Not just FanFest, but people were doing Musical Con. And then you had Disney 100 that was there, which I found out one of my friends was at the Musical Con, which was kind of weird, but it was in the same area, same time. It was quite funny.
Me and the cooler older people who couldn't handle the loud noise were stood outside in the food court dancing because it was just loud enough for us to hear it there without it being too loud.
Yes, me as a youthful person was just sitting there getting his chest caved in by the bass. But yeah, again, I've gone to concerts before. I went to a concert earlier this year for Skillet, one of my favorite bands, and so I'm used to it. I also have a mum that's a goth and a massive metalhead, so she blasts music every day. So yeah.
By the way, completely off topic here, but when you tweet about something that you're worried that you're not supposed to talk about yet, even though you didn't really mention anything, just the fact you're going down to London, and then the company that is involved likes the tweet. You kind of get a bit nervous. I'm like, oh great, they're paying attention now.
The NDAs, they're coming for you.
To be fair though, the NDA says that there's no NDA on the day, so technically in 30 minutes there's no NDA. So, but still, yeah, it's like, oh god, all I said was I'm going down to London. I don't want to. I'm going to check my emails and be like, how dare you? But anyway, back to Japanese Fan Fest. I'm excited to see what's announced. What do you think? There's the big announcements, Mr. Chili Farmer.
Well, definitely the other. Wait, did they announce? Yeah, the other class. That'll probably be a big one. I don't know if they'll add more to the trailer or if that's something. I can't
The trailer
remember.
will probably get the full music. Like you
Full
probably get a
music.
couple extra
They'll
scenes
probably
and
add
the
a couple
full. There'll be like a couple additional scenes and probably like the full like song track. Yeah, the full soundtrack.
Okay. Yeah, that it's all coming back to me now, because I can't remember how Inwalker Fan Fest was broken up. But yeah, definitely the class will be a big one. The music, like the lyrics, and I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like, part of me is like, do I even watch it? Because do I want to see any more? Because I'm going to get it anyways. But I definitely will watch it because I like. It's like this double-edged sword thing with with these like last like information before a expansion. I'm kind of like, ooh, I've seen enough, but I don't know. I'm excited. I'm still excited, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because one, we're going to see the new caster, which could be anything. I was a little bit disappointed with Viper because again, I wanted pirate class, but again, if they give me dual blade cutlasses, I'll be happy, and I'll be like, oh, I'm just a cooler pirate. But I'm really interested to see because I know that we talked about like it could be like Pictomancer. I know people are talking about Green Mage. I'm okay with either one. Pictomancer sounds a lot more cooler because it's to do with like art and stuff. You could have
I'm shocked.
Your actual weapon is like a giant paintbrush. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Your whole thing is green, Paul. You like green, so I would have
know,
thought you'd be like
I love green.
Mage. So I'm shocked
Probably.
that you're on the Pictomancer fence like me.
Yeah, I'm on the picture because it sounds cooler. And how, like, you said it, like, it could be like how, what's his face in Naruto is, you know? Like, you're, like, painting stuff and it's just flying at things and stuff. You know, that's what I like. To be fair, also, I know that League of Legends also, like, announced a character who is also a painter, and I was like, Pictomancers everywhere. Maybe it's the year of the Pictomancers. The artist, and then Green Mage, I'm not a Final Fantasy lore expert. I'm not a Final Fantasy expert. I just like 14. I don't know what Green Mage is in the terms from lore wise. I'm hearing like it's like a support buffer.
Yeah, it's a support buffer job, which means that if it is a Green Mage, it's nothing to do with Green Mage. It's just named Green Mage.
Just named Green Mage. Yeah, because we've already got Astro, even though Astro's getting reworked, is a buffer. Dancer is a buffer. So I don't think we need any more support.
And I think this is okay. I might be wrong with this, completely wrong, but this is my theory on what they're going to do. Because healers, you've got the 2 shield, 2 pure healers, right?
Yeah.
You've got the damn it, Scholar and Astro. Scholar and why can't I remember what
Sage.
pure healers?
Scholar
and Sage are shields, right? Astro and White Mage are pure.
Astro and White Mage are pure.
Then you got the 3 main tanks and the 3 off tanks.
Excuse me, there's 6 tanks?
2.
That's okay.
White Mage, Warrior, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, Paladin. There's 2 of each, right? Yeah, 2 of each. 2 main tanks and 2 off tanks.
No. Well, yeah, technically, I could see it, but I don't think that we fall into that category no more with the tank.
No, but that's how that's how Square Enix looks at them.
Okay, that's what Square Enix.
That's their official definition of them. Like, there's the 2 main tanks and 2 off tanks. You're supposed to have one of each. Like, they don't matter because, you know, it doesn't really matter. But to them, in their vision, when they design each job, at least it used to be, you'd have the 2 off tanks and 2 main tanks, and then you're supposed to take one of each. But it didn't really matter. They could do anything anyway. And then, so my guess is for the new caster, we're going to get Red Mage and Summoner will probably become like the support caster.
Okay.
Basically, they're just because they have res, really, and
True.
cure. And I'm using air quotes in real life as I say the word cure on Red Mage and Summoner.
Wait, cure?
You know, physic and the
Oh,
cure.
okay. Sorry, my brain was like, cure? I swear it's a white mage ability.
Yeah, I just mean they have a healy ability.
Yeah, and technically Phoenix has AoE heals and Red Mage has like shield stuff. I get that aspect. But
So
I feel like Summoner does just more damage than sometimes Black Mage.
But that's what I feel like they're gonna maybe they're gonna keep that as the two supports.
Okay,
And
support
then
casters, yeah.
And this new what this was now then they're gonna have two selfish casters, which you'll have Black Mage and whatever this new caster is will be the two selfish DPS.
I could see it. I could definitely see that. 100%. But one, again, I don't really care about that much when it comes to playing the class. It's all about what kind of glamour. And what kind of weapon would it have? It would have a giant paintbrush, right? It would just have different types of paintbrushes. Right?
I hope so. What about you? What you excited for possible pick to monster, Chili Farmer?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't want to say anything related to the story because there were some things that might have hinted to the actual class. I don't know, like if that's free game here.
It's
It's free game. I think we've talked about it. I think
because the clover that was found is very much a green mage symbol in Final Fantasy. So I don't know if that's like actually hinting towards that already. It'd be odd for them to do that already, but
yeah, I was gonna say I saw that as a red herring.
Possibly, yeah. Very, very true. Or we have a new limited job too that they're going to be adding too. I don't know if they'll announce that or if that's going to be something way down the line. Yeah, I don't know.
I hope they announce it, but it comes out like post 7.8. You know, like
it's probably going to drop in. I don't know 7.3 is my guess out of nothing.
Yeah, I could see that.
7.3 because that way it'll be. Oh no! Will they? It'll be interesting to see. Will they jump straight to Blue Maid's level? Like, will they do like it drops at like the current Blue Mage cap, and then at 7.5 they upgrade the cap by 10 levels like they do with Blue Mage normally, or will they just be like, okay, Blue Mage and this new. So let's just call it Beastmaster for now. The new cap.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a whole new system. You know, I'm not
well, no,
sure.
because they've said in the past that they want to add more limited jobs because they then also want to eventually one day maybe probably add a duty roulette for limited jobs.
Oh, okay. That's
so if they make different types of limited jobs, then it would clash and it'd be a bit weird.
Yeah,
I would definitely like to see it be like Beastmaster or like Puppet Master would be kind of cool. Maybe Beastmaster more like because you can have outside, like out in the world content by also adding rare enemies. Say like how they did in what's it called in Island Sanctuary. That you could get like some shiny like bugs or some shiny thing, you know, like add that, but it's like a red herring. Like I know WoW does it with some of the their hunter ones that they can get pets for, like they're really rare or like they're on like a timer or something. They have to go do like some monotonous quest line to go get them. Like I would like to see that in the terms of this limited job and not how Blue Mage was. Because I felt Blue Mage leveling was just boring. It was quick, but boring. Getting the skills were fine. It was trying to find the people to get the skills with. But again, I haven't played it in Raid. Chili, that's more of like your angle, because I know you've been raiding with Blue Mage.
Yeah, I've been doing some Blue Mage raids. It's been fun. Have you jumped into Blue Mage content, Chili Farmer?
Just the individual leveling. And I've done all the way up to the level 70 Carnival, like the main story boss. I haven't done that because I got a little bit bored with that boss. I was like, I don't want to do this over and over again. I need to defeat it though eventually. But I've gone up to that point. I do enjoy it. I enjoy like a lot of aspects of Blue Mage and like the solo boss fight thing. I think that's really cool, and there's a lot of potential there that I think they could go further with, and it'd be more interesting than it is currently.
I would like to see Blue Mage go into like Palace of the Dead or something like that. And like, if you could go into Palace of the Dead as a Blue Mage, that sounds more fun to me, because then I know that I'm doing like fun stuff to get like a title. In that, yeah, I know like I haven't really done the bosses. I got to like levels. I think I got max level on my main, and like I've got like most of the skills, not the newer ones, because I know that a bunch of new skills came. But I was like, well, like my raid team was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some Blue Mage and stuff. And then in the end, stopped because then the expansion came out, so it was throw that away, throw it back into the sea of the Blue Mage. But I'd like to see it be more appealing to me, because I never got with Blue Mage. Just wasn't my thing.
Okay. I enjoy Blue Mage, but I remember it from Fantasy 11, so I know it's worse than 11, which sucks. Because 11 had the best Blue Mage. Like, if you want complex design for a job, I think nothing is more complex than the Fantasy 11's Blue Mage. It's insane. Like, have you ever jumped into Fantasy 11, Mr. Chili Farmer?
I've been meaning to. I really want to try, especially with the new Alliance raid that they announced. It kind of pushed me more to go like, ooh, okay, let's try it and see what it's all about.
Well, Mr. Happy right now is doing an event to push and help people through the storylines of Fantasy 11. So if you want to do it, they're currently doing an event right now where they're helping each other beat the story. But now Blue Mage in 11 was like, you had all your spells like you do in 14, Paul and Chili Farmer. Mm-hmm. But like, if you connect two spells in your, like, if you like in 14, you've got like your spell list, like, but depending on what spells you have in your spell list, after learning them, you'll actually get hidden traits. So like, and you'll get extra abilities that you wouldn't get normally. So if you have like 2 defensive spells in your spell bar, you'll then get a tanky trait to make you more tank related and stuff like that. There's like all different like, I'm trying to remember some of the, like, you can get, like, there's tons. Like, you can get all the different killer bonuses, you can get conserve MP, you can get basically every trait in the game. But you have to, like, balance the different spells to get them.
That sounds like a lot of hard work. That does sound really complicated.
Like, if you've got Self-Destruct, Frightful Roar, Cold Wave, Light of Penance, and Stinking Gas, you then unlock a trait. Auto refresh, where your mana goes up every second. So, but like, there's like all different stuff like that like, depending on what effects you add, like you can, if you add like flying hit press and body slam, you then get a max HP boost. So you'll have more HP than everyone else, as if they don't have their spells. So Blue Mage was a lot more complicated than 11. And Beastmaster as well was not super complicated, but in some ways, I hope they bring the system into 14, where you can charm enemies in the wild, and those were stronger. So you could run up to an enemy, as long as it wasn't a tribe-based enemy or humanoid enemy. You could charm it and then have a chance for it to fight with you, and then eventually it'll get pissed off and attack you because you've forced it to attack things, and or you can go craft pots, which were made by alchemists, which made weaker versions of the enemies, but it allowed you to then use them rather than having to randomly charm enemies in the wild. So it was a risk-reward thing. Like, if you got the wild enemies, it would do more damage, be higher level. But if you got the crafted ones, they were lower level, but there was no chance for them to run away because they were crafted. Thoughts on this, Chili Farmer? Would you enjoy something like that in 14 to promote crafting?
Yeah. I mean, anything. I mean, I think crafting in 14, as much as I know a lot of people are kind of afraid to get into it, I think it's like the best crafting in any MMO. I think it's so interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think anything to bring more people into crafting, and also like I think even more mini games too helps. like the fishing, which is gathering, but like the spearfishing, is the little mini game too was really really fun to like catch spearfish.
Please
And I
delete
got more into fishing
spearfishing.
too. What was that?
Why?
Look, either delete spearfishing or finally add a new rod, because it annoys me that Fisher is so lower eye level than everyone else just because of that damn fishing spear that's like level
True.
60.
Where's my relic spear?
Was
Well,
anything?
they didn't add any more spearfishing stuff in Endwalker, did they? In terms of like actually going and doing spearfishing. They did?
Yeah, they reworked it, didn't they?
Oh,
Was
okay.
that Endwalker or was that Shadowbringers that did the rework? Can't remember.
I think in Marker, I think they added the mini game where you do the little like throw the spear down through the fish as they're going side to side.
Hmm.
I think that was in Walker. It was like early in Walker. It feels like Shadowbringers because patch cycle's so long.
Yeah, they eventually, when you've been playing for 10 years, they eventually start merging into each other.
Yeah.
So anyway, the hairstyle designs. They announced the winners for those. I actually haven't had a look at them. I've heard that there's some good ones. Let's have a look.
They look so K-drama / K-poppy. Some of them. like you know, like you're gonna put this on your character and you're gonna like, you know, be a boy band type of thing, you know. They look good. Don't get me wrong, I saw them all. I did a tweet about it, and I said, so can you just have all of them?
Oh, and you get a fat cat earring for winning. One day I'll actually win one of those prizes, maybe. I just like most of them. Anyway, Chili Farmer, what's your thoughts on the hair design?
I like them. They're definitely pandering to me. Like I would use a lot of these on my character. I don't know if they'll look like how they'll look on, like no one has like a bunny mannequin. So I'm like, how will this look like on bunny?
One of them showed one that has on a bunny that they drew themselves. As
Yeah, the purple hair, the
Apple.
purple head one. Yeah, the Natural Curls Momo one has a bunny picture as well, which is in between Golden Locks and not Natural Curls. The one next to Natural Curls Momo has a bunny one with like the purple tips.
To like scroll down. I saw another bunny with like at the top.
Yeah, it was my Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But they look really good.
Shout out to Sarah Jane for the red and black pigtail one, by the way. I know she'll be using that one. Sorry, carry on, Mr. Chili Farmer. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. That's perfect for Sarah Jane. Yeah, I don't know. It's always like even with the furniture contest, I'm always like, these are better than the actual stuff they come out with most of the time. I'm like, I want to see this. I don't know, just because the community really understands. I mean, I think the devs do too, but I don't know. There's always, maybe because there's just so much stuff to see and it comes out so slowly and periodically with the contest winners. Maybe I'm just kind of like, maybe it's inflated, like inflating my opinion about that. But I always look at the concepts from the contest. I'm like, these are like, I would wear these over anything in the game.
I mean,
Or
it's the
use
same
furniture.
with the weapons, right? Like the weapons that we got this patch with like the whole weapon designs. They are way better than the relics we got, and really, I would rather have them as a relic with like really cool glows than the relic I have now. Like the relic is so bad this time, but the weapons that won the design contest are just so damn good. Like I'd rather have them as a relic weapon. But seeing all the I don't know, there's just really good artists out there in like all the communities, like in obviously Asia, in Western, and all that. Great. Also, most of them do look like, you know, K-drama. Like I'm about to be on like a K-drama show. They look good. I want all of them, but I know they're going to probably pick like the least hard one to put in. Like,
See,
I
my
love the
issue is
curls.
they're nice, but I dislike them for my character. I don't dislike them overall, but I like having because my Lalafell has the birth crystal on his forehead, and I always try to make sure that my hairstyle doesn't go over it. So that's my issue with a lot of these, is that a lot of them have like the forehead covered, and I like to make sure that.
Yeah, but most of the dudes don't. Like, look at the Resident Evil cut. I think your Lalafell will be sick. Like looking at that, or the
That's you say that,
or the one under it.
Like, quite a lot of them cover the front of it, but the resistance. I agree, the resistance
like,
one.
Women, look, I've always noticed like women characters and like even me, I do like a good bang. So I look at my character, my PNG. I love a good bang, just because in real life, I wish I have like sort of like bangs, but I have a giant ass forehead.
Me too. That's why I have bangs in real life.
You know,
that means that my character doesn't need the forehead. Exactly enough.
I would love the Golden Locks one.
Yeah, I would probably use the Resistance Rebellion one. In some ways, okay, this might be asking for too much, but I would use the Resistance Rebellion one if I could pick the shaved tattoo. Anyone else agree?
Okay, now that's just a Square Enix point of thing.
Would anyone else like that?
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't oppose to that.
Like, I don't mean like I could design it myself, but like it would be cool if there's like multiple different designs for me to pick.
Yeah, I think that just goes into character creation in 14. That's like, it's like inventory and character creation are my only gripes with 14 for the most part. Like my only like big system gripes. I'm like, I want better character creation. I want better inventory management. So I will always say yes to anything with character creation in 14.
Also, I'm looking at it now. Doesn't sorry if I say your name, but Hinoi look a bit like a messy Alice. Like, I could imagine that being Alice's bed hair when she wakes up in the morning. I know we've left it now, but talking about pick monster, I still say that if it is a thing, I think it's going to be Alpha Node.
No, because he's already a Sage.
Yeah, but just drop it again. Come on.
No, they won't.
Thancred has dropped multiple jobs in the past.
Yeah, but Thancred is a whore. In a sense that he was a ladies' man, he would get around. Like that's the whole point of Thancred in the beginning. And then he went through like a tough like daddy phase, like he was just grundled and and then he became like he had like the dad like vibes. It was like he's like a really cool dad, and now he's just Thancred. No, he just kept with that dad thing, but now not so daddy. He's now just Thancred.
Bro cred.
Could be our new character.
That's true.
Could be a new character.
The one that we're about to meet, allegedly.
Ooh. Hopefully, Fem Rothgar. Definitely, I want to see Fem Rothgar finally. Like that's got to be released at like JP FanFest, right? They've got to announce it. Like Fem Rothgar, they have to. If they don't, I'm going to be very upset because I've been waiting for this because I want to do a whole new playthrough as a Fem Rothgar. I also want to see Fem Rothgar. Like, was it like at the end of the patch story? Obviously, we saw spoilers. We saw like Iron Veil come back, and then he's like talking to someone. And we always saw his legs, and they were pretty meaty legs. Like like I like, and obviously Ardenvale could become the new class because one, he doesn't have a class. He's a gleaner. he could be the new.
Watch his class be gatherer.
maybe that's the new limited job, gleaner. You're going out, it could be play like Beastmaster. You're going out and grabbing like these like precious like other materials or precious like animals and stuff. That could be it.
You may have it there, Paul, because it would go over the issue of the fact that it's called a Beastmaster, which in 14 would now be not seen as a proper wording, especially now that we've gone to calling them tribes. I feel like going back to calling them a Beastmaster would be a bit like
slavery. That'd be some slavery right there. Yeah. It's like, no, I don't want that. Imagine Stoner getting some meaningful character development besides know it all, mummy. Exactly. Your Stoner needs to fucking die. She's died so many times. I want her gone, or at least out of the story for a while. She freaking terribly annoys me. She was alright, at the beginning, and now she's just.
Well, it's been a nice 7 years of Moogle Go Round.
What do you mean? You stole her fanboys and fangirls. Oh, but your Stoner is the best character. No, your opinion.
I still feel bad for Arvi for, was it Shadowbringers, where she's like, I can't wait until your Stola dies. And then everyone complained to her saying that they spoiled the story. And she's like, well, I hadn't even played the story yet. Like, she was like being attacked by everyone for talking about it. I'm like, she hadn't played it yet.
All I'm saying is that,
I think. Please come back.
is that at obviously the pinnacle of Endwalker, we were like, okay, the Scions are done. They're going to go their separate directions and just go do stuff. That's where I thought, oh, okay. So our person, our guy, will be like, or our IMC, our main character, ROG, was just going to go off in the distance with Grahatir and go do like stuff. But then we've had like this. Okay, the post Heavenward story, post Endwalker story. It was a little flaky for me, but how it kind of all turned, kind of ran a little bit. It was all right. It wasn't like my cup of tea, but it was good. Zero annoyed me a little bit. We saw again way too much Estola. I have a real bad hater for Estola at this point in my life. But, I thought she was going to... I know how it kind of ties in with her that she wants to try and find a way to travel to the source and stuff like that. And travel between all these shards, like, properly. I get that. It's probably all done for her research. But I don't want it to come into the expansion. I thought she was going to go off and do more research. Get back to her cat daddy or whatever, in the source. And that will just be her kind of like little side thing of her like doing. And I know the twins want to help Garlemald because that's what the twins do.
Even though even Garlemald is sick of the twins now and told them to leave.
And then you have, obviously you got Grahatir is going to come with you no matter what, which is fine because Grahatir is now like basically your best friend and wants to go on adventures. You promised him back in the source. I get that. He's going to be coming you wherever you're like. Who was there? Thancred. I don't know what Thancred has been doing. He's just been chilling with Yanja. I thought they were going to go do their own thing. But I want to see some new characters come in. Ardenvale, I'm happy Ardenvale's going to be coming with us, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, we saw him on the boat. I'm happy he's going to come with us. Again, it's a new character. And I know people want to see, what's her face? Small Lalafell. Not Tataru, the other one.
Cryo.
We want to see Kryle. Again, I would rather see Kryle than Yestola, Thancred, and all that. Because they said the Scions are split up. The Scions are no more. They're going to go do the other stuff. That's why I thought, okay, we're going to split off and then we're going to meet a bunch of new people to play with. Or, or maybe like the twins will come with us and, have that, and then have some new people come in. But no, we're still seeing the same old characters. So I'm a little upset about that. But yeah. What the fuck were we talking about? I went on a bloody tangent.
I don't know now.
We're talking about hairstyles. Yeah, we're talking about hairstyles.
Hairstyles.
I just went on a tangent of that.
Well, that's Moogle Go Round for you. The fact that we've stayed on topic for the rest of this podcast has been impressive. I'm impressed with myself.
You said something about pick the monster and that. Oh yeah, it's going to be Alpha now. Yeah. He may have been a good artist, but he's already a sage. He took up his father's kind of like legacy because his father was also a sage, and so if he becomes a fucking Pictomancer, he is basically just danced on his father's grave, and his father's not even dead.
I'm gonna say he's not dead yet, Paul.
But that's basically just like step for the legacy. Spoilers. Oh no.
I mean, it's a new town, new man. Yeah, he could be. Alphino could be wherever he wants to be.
But yeah, so Chinfan, what is your opinion about this matter?
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, they've basically been split up for 2 years of game time, so I don't mind. I just love these characters so much. So I'm like, I don't care. They can come with me anywhere. So, and like, I'm excited to see the new characters we'll meet, and is it Arenvald? No, not Arenvald. Arenvald's the Gleaner, right?
Yeah, Gleaner.
Yeah. We have them now. I'm just gonna go in with the slow burn of like really them having to build each new character slowly. Though I do want to see more characters come into the picture. I just understand. I mean, it's going to take them a long time to develop that. I don't know. I'm sold no matter what. So it's kind of hard. Like, I'm going to play no matter what. There's, I feel like it's a better question for someone who's more of like not a big Final Fantasy fan. See, like, kind of gauge what would their opinion be on, if they weren't really into it as much.
Yeah,
But
so
they're
my
not
opinion
here.
still stands.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big Final Fantasy player. I haven't played any of the old Final Fantasies or anything like that. I played newer Final Fantasies, and obviously 14. But again, my opinion is still like, I want to see new. I want to see new. I want these to go have their kind of like art. Like go have like a training little arc thing kind of thing. I'd like that, but that's just me.
And
But,
that's okay.
do you think that these hairstyles would be really good for what you do? Obviously, you do a lovely theatre. Do you think some of these hairstyles would fit? Or would you? Obviously, you'd probably use them, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the show and what our designer. We have costume designers and hair designers,
Which is amazing. You're like, what you do is, it just reminds me of the theatre 100%. Like, can you tell us, like,
it works. It works just like it. I mean, there's of course differences, but we still operate. Like, I've worked in theater professionally. I've actually just did a show like a few months ago in my local city. But I operate everything like a normal theater would operate. So yeah, we would use the hairstyles, but it just depends on what's the show, what's the style, what's the need. So either we can not use any of these, or we could eventually use all of them. It just depends on what the needs are for what story we're telling.
Now, you were saying about, like, obviously you got what the it was just down to my tongue. Costume designers. So what do they like? Basically, like, sit there and make the costumes. Like, they look at like the art, and then they go out and find like pieces. Like, do they have to go like farm gear and like dungeons and stuff like that?
Well, our cast goes and retrieves stuff. So what they do is they basically look through all of the glam in the game and then put together pieces based off. I kind of give them like a filler of the character, and kind of I give them like almost like a Pinterest board inspiration thing, and then I just say, go ham, go create, go be creative. I want to see your dream of what the costumes would be, and then they bring forth. Our costume designer's name is Kroll. They bring forth their designs, and then they put it on a spreadsheet that our cast can look at, and then they can go retrieve those items if they don't have them, or we can help them, or if it's too hard for them to retrieve them, we can find some alternatives. So it's a lot of kind of give and take and working together. And then also there's the whole other aspect of, do we need this person to be a certain class to use a certain ability during the show? Okay, they can only use tank items, or okay, they need to be a tank for this scene, and then they need to be a blue mage for this scene. We've actually had that discussion recently. So there's a lot of that with the costumes and trying to figure out what's going to work for everything, or how can we make it like a costume change work in the show, and also confuse the audience, because we don't have character names, we have their player name. So there's a lot of like trying to figure out the Final Fantasy 14 limitations and how that's going to interact with each other.
Very cool. That is very cool. Chili, what were you going to say before I really interrupt you with that question?
No, it's okay. I was just going to bring up one last 14 thing before we move over on to asking you some questions. For anyone that doesn't own it, there's going to be a sale, which by the time this goes live on Podbean, will probably be over anyway, because it's a short sale. 50% off the collector's editions of Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, if you don't own the collector's editions of 14, you can now get them for 50% off. So you can get all the different rewards. I think, to be honest, for most people, the reward they want to buy is the Heaven's Ward collector's edition, just because you get Fantasia. So...
But some of the mounts and like glamour are actually really cool. So get them all, like I did. I just have them all.
Oh, I have them all as well. But for those that don't, probably the Heaven's Ward collector's edition, because if I'm rightly, the Fantasia is every time you make a character, you get it for free.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Chili Farmer, do you own all the collector's editions?
I think I have the the Endwalker one. I didn't realize I did, and then I saw them out, and I was like, "Oh, did I buy the collector's edition or the digital collector's edition?" I'm like, "I guess I did." So I have the that horse winged mount, that kind of the one with the armor.
Cool, I like that one.
The Grahal, I think, right?
I think
Yeah,
so. I'm
Sorry, carry on.
It's the one at the top. In the picture of the link on the website, it's the one at the top to the right of the Moogle. Though that's hard for the listener, but it's yeah, they have like, it looks like it belongs in like the vault, I guess, and it's winged.
But yeah, if you buy the sorry,
Sorry.
on,
Go ahead.
if you buy the Heaven's Wars Collector's Edition, you get the Griffin mount, you get the Dark Knight Cecil helmet, you get the wind-up cane, and of course you get a Fantasia, which every time you then make a character, you get that Fantasia added to your character. So
Yep.
it's why I start with like 4 different Fantasias whenever I make a character.
Yeah, same. I've got so many Fantasias.
That's amazing.
Because before they changed it, it used to be a veteran reward. So if you had the veteran reward before the change, because now it's an MSQ reward, if I'm rightly, if you beat the 2.x series, you actually get a Fantasia now instead of having as a subscription bonus. But if you had the old if you had the old subscription bonus, you get the Fantasia every time you make a character. And then you also got a Fantasia for being a 1.0 player. So
I used to be such a Fantasia addict. It was unreal. But I'm not now because Bunny Boys exist.
do you use Fantasia as much, Chili Farmer?
Not often. I've stayed bunny. I've asked people, like the theater, we've asked people to, we've dealt with a lot of Fantasias, so I feel like that I have Fantasia, but we've been working with Fantasias a lot. But I Fantasia to an Aura once for as a reward, for like a streaming reward. And then I think I used to be a Makote. Before Bun Boy came out, I was Makote for like all through Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker came out, I switched to Bunny Boy, and I've not gone back.
Correct answer. Correct.
I'm a Lalafell for life.
That's what everyone should be. Everyone should be a Bunny Boy.
Lalafell for life.
Ugh.
Apart from that one time I made a row for Halloween, but Lalafell for life.
That was quite funny.
Yeah, I used the Fantasia and just turned up to the FC event as a row. Nobody knew what I was going to be doing. They didn't know that was going to be. It's like, here's my costume. I am a row.
And then, not even like under an hour, he was like, "I'm gonna go run and like change back now."
Yeah, I can't stand tall characters. Like I don't like the viewpoint. It's weird. I like my Lalafell tiny viewpoint, which nobody likes because I zoom in so much. I'm like over the shoulder.
Yeah, people on stream are like, "Chili, why are you so zoomed in? Chili, why is it so zoomed in? Oh, we get motion sickness, Chili. What's going on?" So it's quite funny.
Yeah. So Chili Farmer, you are known for doing a lot of videos and stuff like that. What got you into doing meme videos for 14?
I don't know. I always was kind of a meme person. Like I in middle school, I played Toontown, and I did a lot of the forums, Toontown forums. So I was always like memeing there. So I never, at that point, I didn't realize that I was like a content. I was creating content. I was a content creator. That I don't know if that word even I think that word existed. I don't think at that time it was like a thing, or it was just being like, it was just developing into something that people were paying attention to. So like I was always doing it inadvertently. But then I started pursuing it. It was like I worked in theater for 3 years out of college, and then I was like, I want to pursue this content creation thing. And I did it for a little bit, and then I think my sister was like bringing up like, you should try these, like doing skits like this person, and I was just like, why haven't I done this? And I had done some like meme things, like I did this thing called Eorzea Mobile, which was like a play on the whole like towers that popped up in like 4.4. It was like a cell phone ad. But then I just started making little like TikTok skits, and then I was just having fun with it. Like it was just so much fun, and I just kept going with it. So I guess I could thank my sister, but it was something that was also always something that I was already doing all the time. I was like a theater major, so I was always, acting out things. So it was always something within me that I, for some reason, was like, why didn't I do this? This is something that is so like natural to me. Why haven't I tried this with my stuff? And then I just kept doing it.
Awesome. By the way, I remember I think one of my favorite videos of yours is the twinning one. That's probably one of my favorite. And I also like your Heidelin one. Your Heidelin one is great.
Okay. And then there's like the memes that don't have to do with me, that are just me like messing around, that somehow went off. But that was just me like in my free time procrastinating. I'll make memes because I just like making memes. It's just something I like doing for some reason. I'm kind of a internet shit poster. I just enjoy that for some reason. I like getting the response.
You bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. So thank you for all the
thanks.
entertainment. But no, also, I guess while we're talking about that, what is one of your favorite videos you've made so far?
Oh gosh, favorite. I really liked making a long form video about a toilet museum that I did recently. That just felt really fulfilling. So I guess those are always my favorite, the ones that really take a lot of work and time. And that was more of like an overview video, like kind of an essay video, but not really. It was kind of in the vein of people I'm inspired by like Defunct Land or Ginny Nicholson. Like I'm really inspired by those YouTubers. So it was like in that vein. So I really enjoyed making that. And then I guess in terms of like my skits, of my favorite ones I've made, it was hard. Like I liked making the Karen stuff. I mean, that was fun to play that character. And I liked writing. I guess I like writing. I like writing the skits out more because I always write the dialogue, and it's always fun to write it and then edit it together and just kind of like laugh at it. Yeah, and I guess maybe the first, it's hard to pick. Maybe the first Heidelin one, because I actually created it with my like live on Twitch, the first Heidelin skit, and I was just kind of interviewing people, and they were giving me names that they wanted me to use of themselves. And we were just like writing the script out live on Twitch. So it was like kind of a special thing that I can look back to and be like, hey, I created that with the community.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm a big fan of the Highland stuff. I thought that was funny. Like that was really well done, and really well. All your stuff is really well edited. It's insane the amount of love and effort that you put into both the writing and the production. Like,
thank you.
I can't give you enough credit.
It's very fun. I do enjoy putting it together. It is, it's tough sometimes because like by the end I'm like, oh, I just want to be done with this. But then once you get the end product out, it's like, it feels really good. I feel like the Highland stuff always like the idea of it still makes me laugh, so I just assume it's going to make other people laugh. That's kind of how I gauge if something's good, is like, does this make me laugh? Then okay, then maybe it'll make others laugh. But it's just the idea, like people's names, there's just a lot of truth to it. Because I really feel like anywhere I go, I just see like a humorous name. No matter where I go in 14, there's always like some sort of punny name or something. I can just walk around, there'll be at least one person.
Look, my name is completely serious. Everyone understands that Daddy Chili is a completely serious canon name. And Sausage content and Riboflavian. All serious.
Yeah, I get that with like all the weird and wonderful names people come up with. Some of them are like really cool, some of them are funny, punny, some of them are questionable.
Yeah, sure, lovable.
Yeah, see? Questionable. Yeah, but that has RP qualities to it. That's why I keep telling myself so I don't get banned. But yeah.
Well, you say that, but do you remember Tablecloth? That was cool.
Yeah. I remember what was Arvy's one? Was it like something Kunt Crusher?
I don't think we can say that on stream. That's how bad it was.
Cunt Crusher. What? Cunt Crusher? It was it was spelt with a K instead of a C. She got. I think she still has the character.
Yeah, it's still in the FC. I think somehow.
I think it still exists. It's great.
Somehow, moving swiftly along.
I say that word on stream constantly, so Twitch hasn't banned me yet, and it will never ban me for that.
That's true. We are British. But moving swiftly along. So I've heard you got some new on big projects on the way. Would you like to talk about them?
Yeah. So Curtain Call Theater or Virtual Theater is a theater company in 14. We talked about a little bit on here. So that's like the big project, but we have a show that's going to be premiering January 13th and 14th. We actually just finished blocking the show, which just means like we've figured out how the show is going to move for the most part. We've done like 90% of the blocking. So all we have to do is start putting the elements together and then our macros, kind of placing them into people's macros and systems, and then just start running the show with tech, with our stage manager and me. I kind of dual stage manage different things because we have like, I don't know, thousands of cues that we're going to be calling because it's just completely ridiculous the way we're doing it. My fault, I'm like going for the moon for this. So we have probably over 1,000 stage manager cues. So we're just going to be spinning the month, which is why we extended we pushed back the run, because we just needed a lot more time to play around with all the technical aspects of the show. But we'll have like a month to run everything. So hopefully by then we'll be really comfortable and ready to run it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's called House of Ice.
Are you having like a crowd there and everything?
Yep, we'll have a live crowd. We have we'll have a live crowd. It's actually going to be double-sided seating, so there's going to be seating on two sides of the stage. It's like an alleyway setting. So you'll have the way it's hard to explain. I would need pictures for that, but it's not quite ready yet for that. But we'll have audience. You'll be basically looking at the other audience with the stage in between you. So we
like a catwalk.
Yeah, in a way like that. Okay. And then we have the scenic design kind of wrapping up into the ceiling. So it'll be really interesting to see how people react to that. But yeah, we'll have live audience. We'll also have a stream. It'll be streamed so people can watch it on stream. So if it's, you're not able to catch it, or if you just don't want to get on 14 or you don't have a sub, blah, 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 all those, situations, you're able to watch it on live stream, definitely on YouTube. We don't know about Twitch because of sound stuff, because we can confirm we're using some YouTube audio that is licensed through YouTube. So
you could, if need be. I know it would affect the performance of the show, but you could maybe stream the copyright version on YouTube and the uncopyrighted version on Twitch, maybe somehow.
It would be really. I don't think it would be possible because the way we're doing it, sadly.
Fair. That's fair. Because I know it would probably affect the feelings of the show because it would fit. It'd be a bit weird, but like, I'm sure they're all themed.
Technically, it would be really difficult because I'm creating a sound design within a sound design program called QLab, which we're queuing, which typically if you've seen a show in 14, you'll listen into like a SciTube or just something where you'll hear like YouTube videos play. We actually have a queuing system, so you'll have a fully realized sound design. So you'll always be hearing something like, and it'll be transitioned smoothly. So we'll have a fully realized show that doesn't have any breaks in it. So that's the goal, and we'll be processing that into Discord and then into our through the stream as well.
Then could I add, will there be any I know this is going, will there be any references in the game to the music? Will you change some of the orchestra songs as well? Because I'm just thinking because of PlayStation players, because they went just in case they don't have access.
We'll have people. Well, basically, people will need to listen through Discord. That's just how we've designed the show.
Okay.
We're going to have to encourage people to, or else they're just not going to get the full show. Or they can listen down on Twitch. That's kind of our way of being able to do the full product that we want to do.
Which I will add, by the way, if you are a PlayStation player, you do have the ability to load into Discord. It is a feature that the PlayStation does now have. You are able to use Discord. So, and because I know it's coming out in January, but I don't think Xbox. I will say in the future, remember, Final Fantasy 14 is coming to Xbox, and Xbox does also support Discord integration. So although it won't affect this play right now, it does mean though that when the Final Fantasy 14 Xbox version drops in the future, you will also be able to experience these things through the Xbox. So,
yep.
People know I'm very biased to PlayStation, so I just want to make sure that I clarify that.
We know.
Look,
cool.
I tried my
I've
best.
never had it that way. I think the only ones I've been to were Stage Reborn but they didn't do what you're doing with the whole like on Discord and YouTube videos and stuff. So that's
this is the first time I've heard someone doing that for a theatre, for me anyway. Chili Farmer. I've not actually been to a theatre that has done that. Normally they've just switched orchestra roles to try and fit the music of the show.
Yeah, we don't have live. The only orchestra stuff, like the only stuff we're doing with like in-game music, like in-game like performance, is for like sound effects. But we're playing everything through Discord or through Twitch, and we also have pre-recorded voice acting, so the whole show is fully voice acted through the entire show, and full sound design, full voice acting, and then it's a big endeavor for sure.
And I know you're all gonna smack it out of the park. I wish you the best.
Thank you. I hope so. It's definitely a lot of parts to be put together, I guess, is the biggest thing.
And I bet it's taking you a long time to get this planned, right?
January. We started last year, January.
Oh shit! Last year, so it's almost been a year. Wow.
Yep. I started writing the play, and I didn't really get like the last draft done until around August, because we workshop it with people within the community. We just do. So there's like 5. We're on like draft 6, I think, or draft 5 of the play, and it's a 2-act play. It runs close to 2 hours, but we hope that won't keep people from coming because it's fully voice acted. But I think that there's lots of surprises in this show. It is serious, but also it's a fun show too. I think people are gonna have a lot of fun with it, especially there's ice involved. It's perfect for the winter if you want like to come see a winter show that is not like a holiday show, but something a little bit different. We think it'll maybe.
I'm gonna look at the ice and cry in fear. Last year, I know that anyone who listens to us, I say this all the time, but I fell over and broke my wrist on the ice last December. So
oh no,
fractured 3 bones in my wrist, and there's a cool little scar. I showed Paul it.
Oh gosh, that sounds painful. I'm sorry.
It was. So ice is now my enemy. Now we'll fight it.
Ice is now my enemy.
I can't tell you if ice is your enemy or not in this play.
Ooh.
You'll have to find out. You'll
We'll
have
find
to
out
find
in January. Almost in time. It's almost a birthday play. Almost. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. January 23rd is my birthday, so thank you.
So close.
Yeah, so close. I'll think of it as like a run up to my birthday.
The original date we had our show plan was actually on my birthday on December 16th. So I was.
Well, early happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
15 days now because it's the first for us now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's midnight here, so.
So every British person go open your calendars real quick. You've got those like really cool like chocolate characters. Even I've got one.
Oh, I didn't buy one this year. I was looking either buying another Nomo one. But the problem is that chocolate's okay, but it's not great.
So you got the pork scratching one again, Joey?
Yeah, I should have got the pork scratch. Oh, I was looking at a cheese one because I like cheese.
Ooh.
But I didn't bother buying one this year.
Chili
Do
cheese.
you partake in the advent calendars, Mr. Chili Farmer?
I haven't. No, I'm very, very digital.
But daily snacks.
Aw. Yeah, daily snacks. When you wake up, either have to go to work or go to school, or just wake up
That
like
sounds
I
good.
do.
I should partake, honestly.
Yeah.
I
I'll
got
be honest,
my-
I'm very bad. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to wait 5 days, and then I'm going to open all 5 at once. It's not cheating
That's
because
so
I'm
bad.
waiting.
That's supposed to be daily, Chili. It's the daily.
No, I want to. Like, they're so small.
I got my sister a Pokemon one that come in the so it's not chocolate, it's a Pokemon calendar that has like trading cards and stuff.
Yeah, that is pretty
So-
cool. I've seen that. I think it
Yeah.
comes with a booster pack on the last day.
Yes, it does.
Sweet.
I got that from Waterstones for her, so she's quite happy. So,
Yeah. So I guess
I hate my
we're going to start wrapping up the podcast. Chili Farmers, anything you want to talk about before we end about the show and stuff, or what you're up to?
Well, it's the name is House of Ice. Definitely follow our Twitter at Curtain Call FF14, or join our Discord. You can find our Discord through that Twitter. And the show is January 13th and 14th it'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We haven't announced those dates officially, but we will be soon because we did delay the date a month due to just wanting to make sure the show is pristine and up to our kind of hopefully professional standards of kind of what we want our show to be. But yeah, we're excited to have everyone there, and come tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your FC friends about it, and come on down and have some fun and enjoy some. Hopefully, what we're trying to say is that this is a just a little side quest that you can watch about the Zamail family. If you're interested in lore, or if you just like Final Fantasy stories, we're trying to kind of it's an original Final Fantasy story by the community.
Now, one big question:
I like
Can we get seats? Can we pre-book? Can we book now?
don't
tell anyone.
Is there a booking.com?
There's no booking, but I can message you about that.
Okay, awesome. Shh.
But you do have, for those who want to come, there will be a line. You just come, stand in line, and it's first come, first serve. But yeah, that's kind of the general entrance for the show.
And warn the GMs because the it might crash the housing servers again.
Yeah. We don't know how many people will come. We're not prepared to know how many people will come. But we have our whole front entrance is nice and ready. We have actually our logo in the front, or kind of what we would say is our logo. So I'm very excited to have everyone experience it.
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for talking about your future projects and what you're up to. I know you stream on Twitch, but it has been a while, so if you want to give a shout out to your Twitch channel and stuff. And
yeah, I do stream on Twitch. I'll be coming back soon. I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks, but I'll be coming back soon with just kind of, I play 14. Sometimes I'll play other games. I'm kind of restructuring my streaming a little bit. But yeah, I'm on twitch.tv/chilifarmer with no underscore. My Twitter is at chilifarmer_, because there's already a Chili Farmer on Twitter, but they have no followers or following anyone. So maybe I should try to snatch that at some point.
Take it for your own.
I should.
You should. Damn you, Joel Hoffman. I think that's who there was. And Paul, how you do? What you got? Have you got any plans this weekend? In the past, by the time this goes live.
Maybe it's honestly it's just a lot of Christmas plans for me. I'm getting presents for people like close friends and stuff, and then I'm going up to London in like 2 weeks. So I leave on the 15th and I'm back on the 18th. So I'll be streaming. There'll be no streams then. But streams, I hopefully want to get into housing streams and do some housing, but I'm waiting to try and get a house currently. Today is the day where it closes, so hopefully, and I think it's just 2 people, it's just me and some other dude. So will I lose this 50-50 again? Probably. But hopefully I can do it. But other than that, it's just Final Fantasy streams, and then maybe some Baldur's Gate 3 hardcore playthrough, maybe. But yeah, that's all I got. What are you doing, Chili? What is your aim of the game?
Well, I'm hoping to go back to some Baldur's Gate 3 because I need to finish that at some point before January. So there's that. And then we've got our Final Fantasy 11 stuff coming up, Paul, in the future when we play through Final Fantasy 11.
On Thursdays and stuff like that.
So, yeah. Apart from that, Final Fantasy 14 stuff. I don't know. I kind of want to take a break in 14 in January if possible. Just because I've been playing it a lot and I just want to take a small break from the game. Just so I don't burn myself out with the patch coming up.
So what are you going to do for January?
Well, no, I mean in December.
What are you thinking?
December. Yeah,
December.
January. Yeah, I'll want to come back for January for whenever the update is. Like, I want to take a break.
December.
Yeah. Well, we're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Maybe I'll do more Spider-Man. Maybe we'll have a Naruto stream. I don't know.
But maybe just a lot of Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, maybe just a lot of Final Fantasy 11. Apart from that, I don't know really. We'll see. But we do have our special one-off D&D session that's coming out in December, which I have had a lot of lovely layouts made for, which I think they look really good, and I'm excited.
Which I've seen, and they are very cool. They are very cool.
We'll be doing a one-off D&D session with the lovely folk at Maelstrom Radio. While they're still called Maelstrom Radio. I don't know what they're going to... spoilers, if you go to the Maelstrom Radio Discord, tomorrow's episode, which will be in the past, by the time this goes on to Podbean and stuff like that, is actually going to be the last of the Maelstrom Radios. They're actually going to be rebranding in 2024 to something. We don't know what exactly. We don't know if the Twitch is going to be rebranded or if it's just the podcast. But yeah, it looks like they're going to have a new rebrand in 2024. So, have you listened to them at all, Chili Farmer?
Yes, I was on an episode.
Yay!
Like a few months ago. They're great. I enjoyed it a lot.
They're a lot better than we are. Trust me.
No. I've enjoyed both equally. Both experiences equally.
Nah, I would recommend them for anyone else to go check out Mushroom Radio, and also go check out Soundbites, where I eat snacks with one of them, Flatters. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's my plans for December. Is play Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 11, and maybe Spider-Man 2. So we'll see. And of course the D&D. So thank you everyone for joining us. This has been episode 182. And we're going to wrap up right here. See you all in 2 weeks, where we'll be back, probably.
Be back with I don't know who.
Well, the D&D episode is our next episode, hopefully.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We have no more guests until next year, probably. So, Chili Farmer, thank you for being our last guest of the year.
Yeah, you are our last guest of the year.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been fun. It's been fun chatting with y'all about some Final Fantasy 14
and some theater stuff, which I found very interesting.
Yeah,
it's really exciting. I can't wait to share it with y'all.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a great one. I love the theater, so that's great.
Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on it as much as we can, and we'll make sure to be there, lining up with everyone else for the show when it starts in January.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Thank you, everyone.
Some degree, yes. Yeah. Thank you for having me again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.